Hello everyone. So I just got through with this Sebenza Spydie hole mod. I think it turned out pretty nice. So please understand that when you do mods like this, your warranty is definitely voided. So don't be surprised if you send this into CRK or whoever that say, hey, your warranty is voided. So keep that in mind. Please understand that this is for entertainment and for information purposes only. Or infotainment, more of that. So do this at your own risk. I am not responsible for anything that happened to you or your knife. So yeah, keep that in mind. And also, very importantly, please take all the necessary precautions, like wear safety glasses and stuff. Alright, that's going to be very important because you only have 2 eyeballs and they are very expensive. Alright, safety glasses are like 10 bucks at Walmart, or if not less. Alright, so keep that in mind. Also, if you can, buy the new tools for these things. If you look at if you work on like a $400 knife, trying to skip out on, $10, $15, $20 worth of tools is really, really bad idea, in my opinion. So if you already have a Dremel, this mod really shouldn't cost you more than the price of the carbide, the tungsten carbide cutting bit. Everything else should be included with your Dremel kit. At most, between getting a Dremel and the sanding, the grinding stones, should probably run you just south of, $60, $70, $80. So somewhere along there. I don't know what Dremel prices are these days since I've had mine for years. So yeah, I hope you find this video to be helpful and enjoy. Alright folks, so when I was kind of scrounging around, I saw the mod first appear, if you can see from the video title. It's going to be trying to do a Spydie hole mod to a Sebenza 21. I've already attempted this a couple times on some other knives and been pretty successful. So just want to go over some of the essential tools that you're going to need. This is going to be the most important tool because, this is a tungsten carbide cutter. This is where you're going to be opening the holes with. Alright, and then this actually just comes with my Dremel kit. I actually have another one that's in slightly better shape. So it's the smaller one of the two that you get if you get a standard Dremel kit. That's going to be what you're going to clean out after your carbide burr. So there's that. Another thing you're going to need, at least in case of the Sebenza, is you're going to need a punch. And obviously you're going to need a hammer to kind of tap it with. Alright, so let's get started. Hopefully I don't have to explain this too much. So, disassemble the blade, tape the edge. I may or may not have to resharpen this later. Got 2 pieces of leather to prevent the blade from being marred up, and just lay it on there and took a punch and punched it out. So yeah, there it is. This actually could also be the, after going through this point, it becomes points of no return. So yeah, on to the next part. Alright, so the next thing, very obviously, is, takes this, sanding drum and, sanding grinding stone and just kind of, lay on there and trace out a rough outline of where you want to kind of, cut away. As you can see here, there's really very, very little material up here. So that's why it's like I am only going south, east, and west. East, west. So, yeah. So it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna show the beginning of how this cut is gonna get started. All right, so now we're getting to the point of no return. Here is actually my my Dremel bit. I actually have to attach to this kind of the pencil extender thing, and hooked it to the wall. Gives me a lot more control. You don't have to have it. I just like having it. So yeah, I'm gonna turn it on and let it go. You actually want to run it fairly fast. So let's see. Alright, here we go. Point of no return. So you can see here, it's already biting a little bit in. Alright, so make sure to dip. You want to keep it cool, because this is a hardened steel, and this does get very, very hot. Not a bad idea to cool off your tool either. Okay, so at this point, with the the tungsten carbide, now I have pretty much a hole right now. I forgot to mention this is one other tool, is this the cone-shaped grinding stone. So what it is that this is going to be your pretty much preliminary grinding. So you pretty much want to get a pretty good hole. So this is going to make sure it stays, you know, round. And then, you know, then use the other stone to get it more round, I guess. Or to catch it, to enhance the size that you need a little bit more of. I mean, ideally if you have just this, it works. But I just don't like how this tapers completely, even though it's kind of a flat spot. But I feel there's so slight amount of taper. As you can see, the gray from actually the previous hole that I did with this. So yeah, I'll just show you. This one, you don't have to run as fast. And just also have to be careful to keep it cool. So, let's just do it through here. Do a little bit at a time. So. Alright, looks like I'm gonna go a little bit faster to get more torque. You have to be careful, once you actually do go through most of the way, it will actually bite and bind and try to twist the blade out of your hand. So that is a, you know, a safety thing you want to keep in mind. Alright. Yeah, you get the idea, so. Alright, so now we got this almost a perfect circle. Just mostly you want to get it enough so that this can fit through with no issues. And now you're just gonna have to just walk it. Just gotta walk this, and you're pretty much done in a little bit of deburring. So I'll just show you right quick. I don't have the best camera setup right now, which is horrible. That's why I'm doing things on the side. That's why I have to pause and do things. But you get the idea. So you see that's all I'm doing, just kind of do small rotations to kind of blend everything together. Alright, then I'm probably going to throw in a tumbler. Alright, so now the hole is more or less done. As you can see, there's really, you know, there's a bit of meat there. You know, I did mic several spider codes, and they range from like 70 thou to about 80 thou. CRK's around like 65. So it's not terribly bad within the spec. Something else now, after you're done, what you kind of, you know, find is that it's gonna be a little sharp. So pretty much the thing to do is just, you know, take the wheel and very gently kind of chamfer around the edges a little bit. So I'll just show you. I'll just run it slow. Let's just do it nice and easy. You're not in a rush. If you don't want to use a Dremel, you can always use sandpaper. Alright, now the other side. Alright, you see there's a little stray scratch from one of the tools from earlier. I haven't decided if I want to tumble this or not. But I'll see how it looks assembled and see how it works. Now alternatively, I just looked in my Dremel box and I have this, you know, cone-shaped bit, which actually works even better because then you can just run it parallel and just kind of, you know, do a ring of it. So I'll just show you. But yeah, that's it. Nice and easy. Alright, so got this assembled. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, minus some few scratches aside, which is why, you know, it's one of those things that will get people nervous. I mean, it's one of the things I'm nervous about. It's up to you if you want to acid wash, hand rub satin, whatever you want to do to kind of fix that. Me personally, I got a Harbor Freight tumbler. I'm probably just gonna throw this in a tumbler, let it tumble for a couple of hours and see how it looks. So it's a little stiff because I forgot my CRK grease at home. I don't have it in my shop. So yeah, after I go home, I'm gonna have to, you know, redo everything. So it's a little stiff, but I like it. I like this a lot. Hell, I feel like this is the Sebenza that I never thought I wanted, because I was gonna put this guy on the chopping block, but having it now as it is, it's pretty dang sweet. I like this. So yeah, thank you for following along. I hope this has been helpful. I'm gonna, you know, maybe do more of these kind of tutorial videos in the future if people like them. Feel free to send me a message, or you know, just comment below if you have any questions and stuff too. I'll be more than happy to, you know, answer them. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and hopefully my video editing will come out okay too. So yeah, you have a good one.